Hi, my name is Lynn Streeter Childress, and I am a theater teaching artist. I'm really excited to be a part of this thing right here, and I have my questions that I am going to answer for you all. Okay, first, what is something that a teaching artist does that is invisible? Invisible, you say? So I would say that planning is something that we do that people don't see. The planning in their experience. Look, it's a hand that's talking, but now I'll give you all of me. Yes, I think that a lot of times people don't see the hours that it takes to plan, and sometimes it takes less than hours because of all your experience. So I would say that when I do a lesson plan, for a class, like I'm about to go teach an after school class today, I go through, I look at what we're trying to accomplish, but then I also look at similar age groups that I've taught before. Where were we in the year? So this is a first meeting with kids that I'm doing today. So I go back and look at my other times that I've done classes. What did we do as a first meeting? Why did I pick those things? Because we were getting to know each other. We were trying to find a rhythm and icebreakers. And I look at what we've done before, really think about how that went, and then I adjust. But again, without the experience of seeing what happened and worked and what didn't happen, and then putting that into my planning, I would not be as successful. I'm a trial and error, thank you, error type of person. So that's my secret power, invisible power, I think, of a teaching artist is planning and all the experiences that you have. Number two, what is your creative skill superpower? So I don't have a cape, so I'll do this. I'll say it's my one of my magic powers. But I will say kindness and patience for myself and for the people that I work with. We all want the best, even if we have a product that we're trying to get, like we're doing a show at the end, or we're doing improv and we're trying to learn that skill. Kindness, we all want to know that the people who we're dealing with want the best for us and that we want the best for us too. It's empathy. It's empathy and kindness and also patience. Even if you've done this for a long time, you're not going to get the exact same cookie cutter experience with every student that you deal with. If you did, that would be boring. Nobody wants that. There are things that you know are most likely because, again, the experience that I talked about in the first question. But I think really believing the best and hoping for the best and having patience for what if kids are sort of like running around? Well, how would you feel if you'd been sitting for 25 minutes and you hadn't gotten up and having a break? So sort of stepping back and again, empathizing and feeling like I would want a break. What if I'm confused about what's happening and the person teaching me isn't clear? How would I do that? So it's really being able to kind of step back and go, you know what? I'm going to give what I would want in this situation. All right. Number three, tell us about when you discovered your voice as a teaching artist. So I would say, and I won't talk like this the whole time because that could be annoying, but I would say that I did not have a degree. I don't have a degree in theater. My degree is in psychology. And I got to professional theater by way of sort of social things because I thought I was going to be a social worker and go to grad school for social work. Could not find a job. I'd acted in high school and some in college, and I did speech interpretation, and I answered an ad for a regional theater in Miami that was looking for apprentices to do shows that toured schools. And I got that, and I did that, and then trained while doing that, and then realized that acting was the way through which I wanted to change the world, and not as a social worker, which is an awesome profession too. My mom's a social worker, know lots of social workers, but I realized that I was doing what I wanted to do. So the reason I tell that story is because even though I was putting in the work, I realized that I sort of had an inferiority complex because I did not have a degree in theater. And even though I was doing the work, I feel that sometimes I didn't want to say out loud that I was a teaching artist, even though I was doing it. And I think I worked for the Folger Shakespeare Library, their education department in the early 2000s, and then left there to go work for a church as their creative arts person for their children's theater, for their children's ministry, and then left that to sort of go out on my own. And I think it started to click that I could claim to be that because that's what I was doing. And when you fill out resumes, they ask you for your experience. My sister always says that whenever I feel like I'm an imposter, to check my resume. And most of the work that I've done since 1994 as a professional theater artist has been in young audiences, and it has been as a teaching artist. And I think sort of looking back finally about, I don't know, at that point, 10 years into it, I looked at my resume and said, oh, I do know what I'm doing. Look at your experiences. That's how I sort of gained my voice because I was doing it, but I finally claimed it. And last, tell us about a project that you are working on. I am right now doing a one-person show for my theater company, Building Better People Productions. We are a theater for young audiences company that does shows, grammar, about character development and character building things like empathy and kindness. And we're doing a show now about, I'm reaching down to get a prop, about feelings. It's called Feeling All the Feelings. I wrote it. It was directed by Danielle Drakes, who was amazing. And we are touring it to schools and churches and libraries and whoever else will have it. And these masks, made by the fabulous Stephanie Thomas, the idea is that it's a show about a young lady who feels that she's not able to express her emotions because they're too messy for other people. So she makes masks and uses those instead to be what she thinks people want her to be. But is that the best way to be? I think not. Am I giving that away? But that's sort of what it is that we really need to be upfront with how we feel about things, even if it's hard to say, even if it's hard to hear from other people. And I came up with this. I am the mom of an almost 10-year-old. And during a shutdown, starting in 2020, I could see the emotions. He was in the second grade then, he's now in the fourth grade, of what all that meant, and times when people wanted him and everyone to sort of be okay with how things are, when they weren't. And it doesn't help anybody to pretend that things are great when they're not great, because emotions come out later in a not so great way. And that's why I wrote the show, because I realized even outside the bubble of lockdown and COVID related things, I think we've always done that, right? A kid hurts themselves and we go, you're not really that hurt, or you're not sad. You're really happy about this. You'll be fine, without really letting kids acknowledge their stuff. And so I knew that my kid needed that. I knew that I, as a middle-aged kid, needed that. And I think we all need that permission. And there is a residency that goes with it. And I really just hope that it starts a conversation about how to be us and how to let our emotions go. Again, not in ways that hurt other people on purpose, but that we're really recognizing that other people have feelings like we do, and it's okay to express them. I'm really, really excited about the show. We've gotten good reviews from the kids that I've worked with so far and the schools, and I'm excited for more of that. Thank you so much for taking a minute to listen to me, and I hope everything is great. Have a great day. Bye-bye.